Okay, and hello, and welcome back to a new episode of How Do You Meet? This is Ana Gabriela Flores, your host, and I'm super excited to welcome my guest today, Erin Brown. Erin, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. Just to know, just so you can know a little bit about her, um, they are married to Bailey Brown. They have been married for 2 years and 2 months. You should know some fun things about this couple, which I love about this couple that I just got to hear before our interview. They are completely polar opposites, as told by their side of the story. One likes the outdoors and hiking, and the other one kind of rather be in the mall with the book, enjoying the city life a little bit more. And so I'm super excited to get to hear your story today. And so we will jump right into the questions. And so, first question. So, how'd you meet?
We met on Instagram. Believe it or not, we met on Instagram. Surprise, surprise, right? Um,
Ooh, okay.
I was born and raised in New Jersey, and she was living with her mother in West Virginia at the time. Uh, Fun fact: we are 7 years apart. I have her by 7 years. Um, I'm not going to tell you how old I am because I'm not. But
I was ready to ask.
we met on Instagram, in like a group type of setting. I actually was scrolling through and her eyes caught me, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has such beautiful eyes, and her smile is gorgeous. So we kind of like messaged back and forth for about maybe I'm gonna say 2 weeks. We messaged back and forth, and then we kind of like fell off. So we fell off for a few months. She was doing
Oh.
basketball and really into school, and I was, living Aaron's life, So this is before my elevation, before the Aaron that you know today. I was a completely different person back then. Still kind soul though.
Yeah.
Uh, but a few months went past, and I was working at JCPenney. I remember exactly where I was. I was doing loss prevention, and I was checking the fitting rooms. And we have to do that every hour or so. And my phone buzzes, and I get a text message, and it's like, "Hey, how are you?" And literally from that moment on, we have not spoken to each other. Literally from that moment. That was in 2013.
Oh, so Bailey made the move.
Bailey makes she actually she actually hopped on Facebook, found me on Facebook, and asked me for my if I had a cellular device, and asked me for my digits.
Oh, she, old school, old soul, old
old,
soul.
old, old, old soul. But I thought that was so cute and so adorable. And hook, line, and sinker.
I love it. I love it. I'm so stuck between because I feel like I want to know both, but I'm just gonna go with my hunch. I need to know the proposal story.
Awesome. Okay, so I proposed in 2015. We were living in Lynchburg, Virginia. Her uncle had moved to Florida, and he had this beautiful Victorian house that he was like, "Hey guys, why don't you come and take care of the house? I'm going to Florida." So we actually we moved to Lynchburg, and we were there for a couple of months, and she was like throwing around the idea and all this good stuff, and I'm like, yeah, haha, whatever. Um, we actually went to the jewelry store, and she picked out her ring. She was like, I love this ring so much. And I am going to brag right here on her because
Mm.
she is, she saved me so much money. I'm being so materialistic right now, but she said, I love this ring. It's an opal. I said, boo, you can have whatever opal you want. You can have whatever
I'll give you
opal
10
you want.
opals.
I'll get you 10 opals, babe. Got you. Um, so she picked out the ring, whatever. Few weeks went by and I started putting money on it so nobody else bought it. And the really, really cool thing about when I went to go pick up the ring is I got really cool with the jewelry manager, and he was able to slip me the ring while she was standing right there, and she had no idea. She had no idea. I immediately took a picture of the ring. I sent it to her mom. I sent it to her dad. I sent it to her brother, and I sent it to my mom and my sisters. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Of course, I was a little traditional with it. So I spoke to her mom first, then I spoke to her father, and I spoke to her brother because she's actually a twin.
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
no, she's old school if she asks for them digits for the in the cellular device.
yeah, the
So
cellular device, right? You know, I reached out to them. We spoke. They gave us their blessing. Um, and in December, I honestly, the date just came up maybe mid last week. Um, her best friend came up and I was in cahoots with her best friend. Like, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm so nervous. She, like I said, she likes to go hiking. So we went hiking. And in Lynchburg, there's a huge red love sign. Virginia is for lovers. So we go hiking. She thinks she kind of has a hunch that something's going on. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. So you could tell, you could tell I was nervous. So she like walked out by the water and stood there, and I'm like, nope, nope, not happening. So we're walking back towards the car and we parked right next to the love sign. And she was like, I want to take a picture in here. So she actually jumped in the O. And as she was like pulling herself up, I like dropped down on one knee and, asked her if she would be my forever. And she said, she actually said, we just watched the video. She said, yes, yes, absolutely. I said, do you pinky promise? And she said, I pinky promise. And there's a video of us like this.
I don't know why Chris thinks I can do this show. I'm gonna be crying in every single one.
It was perfect. I wish if I could do it over again, I would probably say her entire name. But again, I was nervous. I didn't write it out.
Did you have a speech prepared, or
no? I just jumped. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I just know she is who I wanted to be with forever, and there's no time like the present. So jump right in.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So I can't wait to know more about Bailey. And so, what is just one thing that they do that just, makes you smile and makes you feel warm inside?
She is, I am very, very passionate about helping humankind. And she is very, very passionate about helping our animals across the board. She loves taking care of animals. If we could have 5 million dogs and cats and raccoons and squirrels, we probably would. And her ability to step outside of herself and into the role of, I want to make sure like our animals are spoken up for and they're taken care of. Like, there's so many of us who are focused on, making sure people are good. And she's and the thing is, she's always been like this. Her mom and her Grammy tells me stories of her as a little girl, working with horses and being on Grammy's farm and being only the one of the only people that can tame Albert, and Albert is actually her Grammy's goose, and he's mean. But she's one of the only ones that
She can
can
tame a mean goose. Come
yeah, mean
on.
goose. She's good. She's so good, and just watching her, in her element, with around any animals, um, it really really touches me, and I know that that's her passion, and that's what she loves to do, and her dedication is beyond any words that I have.
Mhm. Oh, animals know good hearts.
And she has one. We were driving,
Animals.
small story, we were driving down the road. She's like, I want to pet a cow. And this was like a couple years ago. She's like, will you pet a cow? I said, I don't know if I'm going to pet a cow, but I'll watch you pet a cow. And the cows were like, oh, the cows were like across the pasture. And she like whistled, and I looked up, and all of the cows were walking towards her. And at that moment, I knew I wasn't touching a cow. They are huge.
They're huge.
They are huge. They are huge. But
Mhm.
just watching her, she's like, I want to pet a cow. She whistles, and next thing I know, there's like 15 cows, and she's just like in her element, in her moment. And just to stand there and watch her as she's interacting and engaging with cows is just,
Yeah.
it seems simple, but I
No,
mean, it was really something you had to see.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. That is awesome. I love that. I can't wait to
yeah.
meet Bailey. I love that. So, what is something that you can tell us that they've done that you thought was exceptionally kind or thoughtful?
Actually, just recently this weekend, she's always doing kind things and thinking out of the box. She actually threw me a Christmas party on Friday. Um, she's like, babe, go out, because I do DoorDash like during the day or whatever. She's like, I need you to be out of the house and you can't come back until I tell you to. I'm like, oh gosh, like what is going on? And I get home and there's a Grinch onesie hanging on the front door, and she's got like pink and hot pink index cards on the ground. It's like this way to fun and blah blah blah. And I walk through the door and there's Christmas music. She's standing there with a Santa Claus hat on and a red shirt, and you know, she just always does little things that she's super romantic, and I struggle in that area sometimes. Most of the time, not gonna lie. But she's always thinking bigger and trying to be as thoughtful as possible. Um, she actually baked up a bunch of cookies this weekend, and we live in Asheville, North Carolina, and the homeless slash traveling population is huge. So she baked up some cookies and some brownies and wrote out Christmas cards, well, holiday cards. And she's been handing them out all weekend long. It was just little things like that I didn't think of that. I have hot hands in the car that I don't have a buck, but here I hope hopefully this keeps you warm for a couple hours. But she goes above and beyond when she does it. She does it big.
Yeah.
It's really really she's I don't have I don't think the words that I could put together um, would do her any justice.
Aw. I'm just going to leave it at that and move on to the next question because that was perfect. Yeah, that's So beautiful. And so, what has been your favorite memory with Bailey so far?
Only one. Um,
Tough question, I know.
oh gosh. Um, my favorite memory. Um, gosh, this is so difficult. There's so many. Um, I don't want to be basic, but
Oh,
our wedding was one of the days that I will probably never, ever, ever forget. Maybe even if I get Alzheimer's or dementia or something, that's probably something I'll never, ever forget. And both of our families coming together that weekend was the first time that they had met, you know, and we weren't really sure how things were going to play out. Um, but you know, I remember getting there and I'm like super I don't know how nervous you were, if you were nervous at all, but my heart was beating out of my chest. I did not know what to do with myself. I was talking a million miles per minute. I couldn't sit still. I didn't eat all day. Um, and I was and I was actually like, we had maybe like 20 minutes until we, you know, everything happened. And I was going to go for a walk. And her mom was like, Erin Ashley Brown, where are you going? Because I was walking in a direction that I didn't know she was there, but Bailey and her dad were standing there, and I would have walked. I would have walked right into him. I would have walked right into him. So she said, "You can go anywhere but that way. Go this way." And like I said, million things going on. It didn't even dawn on me. Um, one of the greatest memories is when she walked around the corner in her dress. I have been to a lot of fun weddings, and I've known a lot of brides, and I don't think I'm being partial, but if I am, oh well. Uh, I have never seen anyone choose a dress that fit their personality so freaking well. Like she is bubbly, she is serious, she is razor edge, she is rainbows and butterflies and bees and wasps and hornets and the fact that she was able to when she walked around the corner, like her dress, I cried, not gonna lie, a G cried. I cried for 2 seconds and I had to get it together. But you know, I
oh.
just
So she
had
was stunning. So she was stunning
he
in the dress.
was everybody was like it was like a group effort and surprise and shocked and awe of, you know, how well that her dress fit her personality. Um, and that's a memory that will stick with me forever. It's just a moment that she hit that corner and I was like, oh man, she is it's happening, she's there and she's beautiful.
Oh, I love that. And that is not at all basic, let me tell you, because we're a COVID couple. And so we've been married for a year, and but our wedding got postponed. And so we were supposed to have a wedding in May this year,
Yeah.
2020. And it has now been pushed to May 2021. And so we actually celebrated our first year anniversary before our wedding. Our wedding will be next year. And so I know people are going to be like, what the hell? Like, did they not get married? Like, what? It was COVID, guys. It was COVID.
COVID messed a lot of things up this year.
So it's not basic. I can't wait for that moment. I can't wait for the dress and me walking up to Cooper. I can't wait. So
Enjoy it. And if I have any piece of advice for you, is
yes, please do.
to be as present as possible. Um, it's going to be really difficult because there's going to be 15 million things that's going through your mind. Um, there's going to be people that you want to say hi to and speak to, and you got to go here and you got to do there. Um, don't forget to take a breath and be present in the moment, and not just at the dance. Like,
Hmm.
it might take you a few times, but be as present as possible, because that day is so sacred.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that a lot because I'm excited. I'm so looking forward to that day. So that's a beautiful story. So that is
Awesome,
all of the
awesome.
questions I have for you about y'all. But is there a couple that you would like for Chris and I to interview? So you get the opportunity to learn about them a little bit more.
I would love for you to. I would love for you to interview Stan and Cynthia.
They're they're on the list.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome, awesome. That is because I've known Stan since 2016.
Yes.
Um, and just watching those two evolve over the years
Hmm.
is something that, oh, it's absolutely mind blowing. They're so
Hmm.
supportive of one another,
Yeah.
and and they are solid. And I would love
Yes.
just to sit and listen to, how they got to where they are, and what their future may look like.
Hmm.
That's a couple that I would love to listen to.
So that you should be excited to know, by the way, and we'll probably Chris edit this out. We'll edit this out. We'll edit this out. But you'd be excited to know that they are a couple that we're interviewing, and we're doing a few special episodes where the couples don't know they're being interviewed, and so we actually lied to them. We told Cynthia we were only interviewing her and that it was a gift for Stan, and they were telling Stan that it's a gift for Cynthia. And so and so we're asking them to record each other when they show the podcast to each other and be like, but no, and then actually realize that the episode is both of them, so that they can hear it for the first time, not knowing that they're also going to hear, something about them. And so we're excited for them to
That's
record that. We totally lied to them. We feel terrible about it, but we'll apologize profusely next year, and I'm sure they'll get over it.
that's all. You listen. That idea is
Yeah.
brilliant. That's gonna
So
be
we
awesome.
Yes, and we're doing the same thing for Sarah and Odell. And so
Oh,
we're we have to do like some type of surprise episode in here. And so we're like, you know what? There's we like Chris and I'm sure you feel the same, right? They've been great friends, they've been great mentors, they've been great coaches, and
absolutely.
we thought it'd be just a small, gift that we could do for them, for it to come as a surprise, and actually them not knowing that we called up their wives and interviewed them too.
Yeah, that's. But
So,
that's so cool though. Like,
oh
thinking
yeah,
outside of the box. That's awesome.
Cynthia said such beautiful things about Stan, and Sierra said such beautiful things about Odell. And so, I mean, yeah, it was so nice to just hear, from their side that yeah, these guys are the real deal. It's not just their like show persona. They're beautiful husbands too, and that's just so awesome to hear. And so, yeah, they
Yeah,
got
that's
beautiful
awesome.
love stories. So you'll enjoy
I'm
them.
excited for this. Ooh,
I know.
evil
I'm
grin.
excited. You can blame Chris. You can blame Chris on that one. He was just
Mastermind.
like, we
Okay.
should mess with them a little. And I was like, yes, let's do it.
Love it. Brilliant, brilliant.
So we got your request on deck. It's ready to go, and we're good. We got you already. So,
Awesome.
and that is it. I'm gonna stop it. I'll just say, just so we can record it. Thank you again, Erin, for being here with us today. I'm so grateful for you to showcase your love story with us. Super excited to get to learn more about you. Thank you for being on today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.